After two of the most intense videos I think I've ever recorded, with the season finale where we almost got automatic promotion, with the playoff semi-final 2 legs where we almost didn't make it to Wembley, it's now time for that playoff semi-final with, of course, the Cambridge United tie, with, of course, the Suits, and it's Crawley, our opponents. Not the best of sides for us to face, although we thought that we were going to have a good time against Exeter, having beaten them 4-0 and 2-1 earlier on in the season. We didn't breeze past Exeter in the manner in which I would have liked. Crawley this season, we lost 1-0 last time we played them. That was a played game as well, and we didn't particularly impress on that occasion. That was, as far as memory serves, definitely an easy win for Crawley, and 2-0 was the scoreline in our favour back at the Abbey Stadium earlier on in the season in November, so it's probably unpredictable as to what's going to happen in this playoff final. We're not quite at full fitness either, as this final has come just 4 days after the semi-final, in which of course we went to extra time and penalties. But we're through. And you would imagine, because Crawley went to extra time and penalties as well on the same day, that their 11 is also a little bit fatigued. So we shall wait and see how fatigued they are and how fatigued we are. And I pray that we get the right result. I won't be replaying if I lose. If we lose, we stay in League 2 for another season. If we win, we go up to a new division. Again, new kits on the way for the new season once we get there. But which division will we be playing in? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think the scoreline is going to be without skipping and cheating to the end. I predicted yesterday a 2-1 win in the away leg and a 2-0 win for me in the home leg. That couldn't have been more wrong. Here, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes. And a 2-1 win in extra time to Cambridge, not to Crawley. I think we'll go up. We finished above them in the league. We've beaten them already this season by a bigger scoreline than they beat me. I hope that gives me the confidence and the players the ability to get through. Oh, right then. It's time. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on Season 2 when that starts. But for now, time for Wembley! Crawley's starting 11. Ollie Palmer up top with Ashley. I don't know how to pronounce that surname. In other words, Nadesan or Nadasan. I've no idea. They're playing a 4-4-2. Nathaniel George on the left, who came on as a substitute in the game against them recently in the league and was difficult to play against. I'm nervous here. We've not been spectacular in the playoffs after ending the season quite strongly in the regular 46 games, but we haven't been good against Crawley in the more recent encounter. They are suffering with poor stamina though. As you can see bottom left, Bullman is low on stamina and some of their forwards, look like Palmer there, look, he's barely even half stamina already as we start. The extra time and pens for both sides in the semi-final second leg are probably going to have a large impact on how this game plays out. I hope that it's something that works in our favour, but we shall wait and see. We'll, of course, have a season roundup once this game is finished. But they might be going 1-0 up here and are at the near post. Palmer might only have half stamina, but he's got enough to get in behind, and Crawley lead by a 0-0. We went 1-0 down early doors against Exeter in the first leg of the semi-finals, and we didn't pull that back. We ended up losing 2-1. I had to close him down. Unfortunately, Greg Taylor couldn't come across quickly enough on the cover. And they've slotted it home first time. Help. Nice interception by Rolls. Let's get back to Maris here. Nibs is there with me on the inside. And we'll use him. Adebayejo is here with me too. Nibs actually going to go this way. Oh, looking for Maris, but the pass is slightly overplayed. We can tuck it back here to Reggie Lamb. Oh, smashed. Thumping finish from Reggie Lamb. We are not behind for long. The pass to George Maris was poor, but that poor pass tweaked their defensive shape enough to open up so much space for Reggie Lamb to come inside and get the goal. Let's see him running in there. Great movement from him. And a brilliant first touch. Second touch almost took it too far, but, well, emphatic finish. Absolutely superb from Reggie Lamb. Firing it home in front of those travelling Cambridge fans that understandably went into raptures when that goal went in. We're level. And we're only 15 minutes in. We've had 2 goals already. Noyle, Delev and Rolls. Noyle's made a bursting run from right back and then stopped as soon as he gets to the halfway line. Oh, Kyle, if you're not going to complete the run, save your stamina, mate. You are my most tired player on the pitch. And I think, actually, my fastest player on the pitch as well. Delev is available down the line. Takes that in his stride well. Rolls. I tried to drop the shoulder and make him think I was going to go through the bigger gap. It didn't quite work. Building well here, Crawley. Ashley Nadazan. Out to Nathaniel George, who caused us all sorts of problems in that league game. Oh, Greg Taylor just gets up above his man, who's massive comparatively. Corner to come in from the man that just whipped that cross on his weaker left foot. At least I think he crossed it with his left. Oh, and Harvey Nibbs is underneath this one, even though Greg Taylor was there to perhaps clear it the other way. Nathaniel George will try again. This one whipped more so than looped. Dunk underneath it. It's going to fall for Dallison, though. And that hopefully will be cleared. Oh, Greg, don't do that to me. Just head it clear rather than letting it drop over your shoulder facing your own goal. Doesn't necessarily fill me with confidence when you do that. Here's Cogley. Oh, it's a brilliant ball in. And it had to be tucked home. It was the right side of the defender there. Ashley Nadeson and Crawley are back in front. That was just an exquisite ball across. The cross was superb. Greg Taylor is goal side, but the movement from the attacker happens first. And oh, it's in that awkward area as a keeper where it's just right next to you, and you just sometimes you can't get your arms up close enough when it's right next to you. It's just really frustrating for Dimitar Mitov. But Crawley have restored their lead. Such a good cross. Really high quality of goals so far in this game. And hopefully there's still more to come. Because I need some. Come on. Come on, Reggie. We could have one more chance in the half. I'm going to need to turn back here. And I can't get the ball past the defender. 2-1 down at half-time. As we were at half-time in the semi-finals. Halfway through, after one leg, it was 2-1 to Exeter. We know we can turn... Oh, I'm going to need to create more bloody chances. We know we can turn around a scoreline like this. I am going to rely on substitutes. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Because then if we do go to extra time, then they're going to be just as tired as everybody else. I think about the hour mark, I'll look to make a change. I want to give them enough chance to come on and have a difference in this second half, but at the same time, I want them to still have enough stamina left for extra time if we need it. I'm trying to get that to Maris, but can't. It was George Rolls, in fact, that was there. And here come Crawley. Nadeson, scorer of their second goal. Here's Alarakia. Marshalling with him with Harrison Dunk, but he does find Ashley Nadeson. He's got Collins with him. Oh, another really good ball across. 3-1 Crawley. Their crossing game has been outrageous in this one. How has he even seen that on as an opportunity? And the finish is superb as well. 3-1 Crawley. I don't need the fresh legs for extra time now. I need the fresh legs right now. Oh, I want to bring Dallas on, but I don't know who to take off for him. I'll bring Leon Davis on for Kyle Noyle. I hope that we can do something with Nibbs and Adebayo up top, but I'm going to have one hell of a turnaround here. Oh, given away. Straight to Maris. On the run. Come on, Nibbs. I can't find that pass to Adebayo. I just don't fancy it getting through the gap. Nibbs looking for Adebayo. He's in here. How's he missed that then? Unbelievable. I should have gone for the near post. Near post OP, Ches. Come on. Van Velzen has come on for Alarakia. Win that header, please. Well up, Leon. Delev inside to Sam Carruthers, who has Maris there. Nibs could be through that gap. Oh, I can't quite get there though. Time is running out for us now. We need 2 goals with half an hour to get them. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. It would be another incredibly intense end to a game or an episode if we are to do it. We had to rely on penalties to... Oh, that's going to go all the way through to the keeper. We had to rely on penalties to beat Exeter. We might have to rely on extra time. Probably are going to have to rely on extra time again here if we're to get through to League One football next season. Oh, I can't find Adebayo with a pass. I think it's time for Andy Dallas's pace to come on to get him in behind. It'll be Nibs that makes way. 25 minutes to save our season. Oh, I nearly got there with Delev. I very nearly intercepted that, putting them under pressure here, Crawley. And start the team press. We're going to have to get more aggressive here if we're to win the ball back and score 2 goals that we need to get ourselves into League One next year. Back there to Dallison. Crawley just wasting time now, and it's working well for them. I'm chasing them all over the field, and everyone's getting more and more tired. Win that header, please, Nathan Collins. Well up. Get to that first, please, Delev. Well up. Turn, please, George Maris. Come on, find a teammate. Ref! Oh, he's just kicked the ball against me as well there, the number 28. Nibs off. Right, change is made. Oh, God, if we pull this off, it's going to be the comeback of comebacks, isn't it? Delev finds the run of Adebayo, who still has Delev there in support, but can't find him. Oh, Taylor, that was really poor, but we've got possession back. Time desperately running out for me now. Maris to Carruthers. Delev quickly looking for Dallas. Use that acceleration. Too close to the defender, Ches. It's going to happen to us again. It happened in Season 1 of the RTG last year. Playoff misery. That's probably the right word. And, oh, Davis has gotten the tackle in there, but it's fallen straight to Doherty. I'm going to have to pull another defender across. I've given it away. It's probably going to be playoff misery again here, by the way things are going. Unless Delev can set us up for a banging final 5. Delev racing in on goal. I'm going to have to play the pass because he hasn't got the stamina. It's cleared away. It's not going to be, lads. It's not going to be. We're going to lose the playoff final at Wembley. Come on. Oh, I can't. I've not had it. I've just not had it in this game. All of the ball on the edge of the area, but no shots coming in. Crawley are going to win this game by 3-1, and they will be back in League One next season. They've been in League One in recent years. Certainly more recently the Cambridge. Last time we were at that level was the late 90s, early 2000s. That's game. They've got the corner to take, but that's it. Crawley 3. Cambridge United, or it might be 4. Oh, Maris. I'm not sure if that was Maris or the keeper, but one of them got it away. Just prolonging our misery right now. We will have to do what we did last year in the RTG and FIFA 19. We will have to come back in the second season and try again. Last year, we did win League 2 at the second attempt. And hopefully, with the right additions in the summer again this year, we can do something similar. But at Wembley, for the 3rd time in the past 12 years, the 3rd time in 4 attempts, it's playoff final defeat for Cambridge United. 1-0 to Exeter in 2008. 2-0 to Torquay in 2009. 2-1 winners against Gateshead in 2014. And 3-1 defeat to Crawley in 2020. Positive signs that the team have been growing superbly, and we certainly were much better in the second half of the regular season than we were in the first half. If we could be as good as we were in the calendar year of 2020, January to May, next year for the full season, we will get automatic promotion. But we will have to go again. We will have to go again. Congratulations, Crawley. They go up in our place, and quite frankly, we just weren't good enough. We didn't deserve to go up. We didn't deserve, on that performance, to win that game. It's going to be League 2 football again for us. We need to focus on the future. There's no point dwelling on it. I'm confident, Crawley with a better team. I'm confident that we will go up next year via an automatic spot. But we will have to concentrate on what we can do better. And we will have to bring in new players. Transfer offer for Kyle Noyle. I'm going to be rejecting any offers for anyone at this stage. I'll go now and continue to train and sim until the end of the season. And we can have a final season roundup. But it's one that might be quite glum. The season ends with the sale of Daniel Jones. He's gone for £220,000 and £150,000 of which will be added to our budget for next season. We do have a decent amount of money left over this year to go into the transfer budget for next season. Almost £1 million, well, almost £750,000. We don't have that many contracts to worry about, I don't think. There was nobody that was expiring after 6 months at the end of the season because I negotiated all at the beginning of the season. I might try and utilise, oh wow, almost the whole squad is going to be out of contract next year. We're going to have to offer a number of contracts around before we head to next year, and I'll do that off camera between now and episode 1. But a final season roundup then. I want to have a look at how things went down in the competitions we were involved in and the other larger competitions around England and Europe. So Cheltenham, Mansfield and Crewe Alexandra by a point automatically promoted to League 1. Crawley promoted via the playoffs. To be fair, they were only a further point behind us. And on the day, the better team. Were there were there the conference on the game, Bradford and Oldham would have been relegated into it. The FA Cup was won by Manchester City by 3-0 against Arsenal. The Carabao Cup was won by Leicester by 2-1 against Spurs. Congratulations to them. The Leasing.com trophy was won by Burton by 2-0 over Coventry. I'm not going to look at that one because I don't want to make myself sad. The UEFA Super Cup won by Liverpool by 3-0 against Chelsea. The Champions League won by Juventus by 2-0 against City. And the Europa League won by Manchester United. So there is a European trophy coming to Manchester. To the red half, they beat Lyon. And all the Euros are underway currently. France and Netherlands look likely to progress from that group, although they do play each other on the final day, so the Netherlands will need something if Greece do anything against Northern Ireland. Belgium and Switzerland through in that group. Portugal and Spain likely through in that group. Italy and England likely through in that group, although England have Germany, who have lost to Slovenia and Italy. Wow, didn't expect that. With regards some of the other competitions around England, we'll have a look at the Premier League quickly and some of the other big European leagues. Teams going to be playing in international football, European football next year. City win the league. Liverpool second, Chelsea third, United fourth, then Spurs and Arsenal. Aston Villa and Norwich rounding out the top 8 with Everton, West Ham and Newcastle United relegated. Everton relegated out of the Premier League for the first time in their history. Coming up from the Championship will be Swansea and Sheffield Wednesday, with one of Middlesbrough, Fulham, Leeds and West Brom joining them via the playoffs. Relegated to League 1 are Charlton, Luton and Barnsley, who were, well, shit, for lack of a better word. Coming up from League 1 into the Championship are MK Dons and Accrington Stanley. Aki Stanley in the Championship. Tranmere, Rochdale, Sunderland and Wycombe will play it out for a playoff spot. Relegated to our division and playing us next year, Wimbledon, Gillingham, Ipswich in League 2 and Bury, who in real life obviously are no longer a thing, unfortunately for Bury fans, but they're going to be in League 2 next year and we will be playing them. And obviously you know what happened in our division. PSG win in France, having won every single game and only conceded 2 goals. Wonderful. In the Bundesliga, Bayern by 7 points. In Italy, that's Serie B. In Italy, Juventus by 4 points from Lazio. Napoli only 4th. AC Milan down in 6th. And then in Spain, as we quickly round up before having a look at our own squad, Barcelona from Atleti from Real Madrid and Valencia in 4th. So what did the board expect from us this year? Well, to avoid relegation. We have certainly done that. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten the promotion thereafter, though. We did fulfil both youth development criteria, though. We did say, obviously, in the lead series that we were going to concentrate on the youth in this series, and we have done. Brand exposure-wise, we kept a streak of 85% attendance in 23 consecutive matches. That's all of the home games had more than 85% attendance. Financially, we didn't end the season with 2.7 million, but I needed that money, and it helped us almost get promoted. We completed everything from the domestic success, both short-term and long-term. So we'll wait and see what our expectations are next year. I would imagine much higher expectations from the board next year. With regards to squad growth, of course, next season, joining us from the off will be Lewis Page from Charlton, the left-back. Still got Will Norris there on the shortlist potentially for a loan. I will try and loan back Adebayo and Jack Rolls if I can, or buy one, if not both of them, if I can. Similarly, Collins, but I don't think I'm going to have enough money to get all of them in. We're going to have to rely on loanees, youth development, and free agents again next year, which is the way that lower league football is done, basically, in real life. That's how business is done the majority of the time. So growing this year, Dimi Mitov up 4, and he'll hopefully continue to grow throughout the course of this save. Burton is up 3 as well to 61. Nice to see that. Still not as good as Mitov. It's mainly the diving and reactions that make Mitov stand out as a better keeper, because obviously his handling and his positioning aren't as good. But Burton definitely the worst keeper for me on experience. Daniel Jones down 1. He's now leaving us, obviously. Norval Williams up 2. He's going to have to continue to grow, and grow quite considerably if he's going to stand a chance of being in the first team. But he will be more in the first team picture this year than he was next year, than he was this year, as Ben Coker will leave us. His loan spell comes to an end. Harrison Dunk, for now, will continue to be a backup player, as obviously we're going to have Lewis Page come in at left back, and Dunk's pace off the bench will actually be quite handy. Harry Darling will step into the starting centre-back spot, as we only have 3 centre-backs at the club currently. So Darling and Greg Taylor will be my starting centre-backs next year. Nathan Collins is up 2, and I would be very, very, very keen on making that a permanent deal, but I don't have the money to do so, and won't have the money to do so. Hopefully they let me loan him again. Greggy T, little bit of improvement in his stats, even at 30 years of age. He's just so good. Leon Davis up 3, continually growing. That's good news for us with regards our right mid spot currently. Kyle Noyle up 2, continual good news with regards our right back spot currently. McKeck, I'm probably going to sell him on for the financial gain. Liam O'Ranieri is up 1 to 61. He'll be useful just for pure squad rotation. Reggie Lamb is down 1, which is frustrating because he's had a relatively decent season. A 7 overall rating in 32 games isn't the worst. Yes, only 2 goals, 2 assists, but just because he's gotten to 29 years of age doesn't mean he's going to start declining. Slightly unrealistic there, but never mind. Reggie Lamb will probably still continue on the left-hand side of my midfield. Luke Hannant is up 1, but his physical is going to have to significantly improve if we're to consider using him as a starting winger. He's higher rated, but at this level the pace is more important. George Maris up 2 to 64, and hopefully will continue to grow as we progress through the save. Samir Carruthers up 1, and hopefully will continue to do so throughout the course of the save. Elliot Griffiths is also up 1. He asked to be promoted to the starting squad, or to the first team squad at least, from the youth squad. So I did so just to ensure I didn't lose him. He does have potential to get into the early 80s, but it's going to take a while if he's to do that. Dominic Brown, 4-star skills on him and 6'3", up 5 this year. Might find himself in the first team picture next season. We might have our first proper youth player coming through the ranks to have an impact in the first team in the form of him. But I still obviously have to alter his kit and boots. There's no other youth players other than Griffiths. I need to do his kits and boots as well. Paul Lewis, I think I'm going to sell him. I'm sorry, Paul. I think I'm going to sell him because we have obviously Carruthers and Brown as well as George Maris. Rolls is up 2 to 66. Valued at 3.3 million. I won't be able to buy George immediately, but hopefully we can loan him again. If not, we should just have to wait and see when we can bring him back in, but I would like to bring him back permanently, considering he's been watching the save, which is obviously very much appreciated. Alex Conceição is growing to 64. He will fill the void left by Jack until Rolls can come back. Delev down 1 on the right-hand side of midfield. Depending on what our squad looks like, I may sell him as well if we're able to find a better option. But he's still probably able to have a decent impact for us. Tom Knowles up 2 to 54. Decent pace on him, but nothing technically really. Hopefully he can continue to grow. Victor Adebayo, again, financially, I might be able to afford him if he stays at only 1.5 million. But he's up 2 ratings to 63. Obviously our top goal scorer. And actually, I need to check who got the golden boot, etc. But 23 goals in 48 games in all comps. Victor Adebayo, a great player for us at this level. Harvey Nibbs is up 5. Up 5. Really hoping that he can take the step up to the next level next season. 6 goals, 5 assists in 28 games, and he scored some very important goals for us in the final few episodes. Andy Dallas up 3 to 61. He started off the season well and then became not worse, but didn't show the same level of improvement as everybody else. 10 goals and 7 assists, though, in all comps. He's still a decent return for a 61 rated striker, and he will continue to grow, so we live in hope. Jabo is retiring. Unfortunately, we're going to lose him. He was able to play that one game at home, so he could say goodbye to the fans like he asked. Sam Bennett, probably going to sell because I could use what minimal money I can get there. Ben Warman, again, probably going to sell so I could use what limited money I can get there. Add to transfer list. Add to transfer list. Sam Smith was on loan and will go back to Reading. He scored a couple of goals for me, yes, 2 and 1 assist in 8. And Paul Mullin will go back to Tranmere after his loan spell. I didn't use him, but in simulated games, 1 goal in 10 appearances, still not necessarily spectacular. That's the way our squad looks. I'm not sure how much money we'll have next year, but hopefully it's enough to do something. Victor Adebayo does get the golden boot this year by 1 goal ahead of Williams. Really pleased for Adebayo to get that golden boot. And Andy Dallas might be on the list. No, it was 10 goals in all comps for him, not in the league. So we did heavily rely on Adebayo's goals this year. I hope we don't miss them too much next year. Hopefully we can bring him back. Assist-wise, any Cambridge players there? Maris with 8 was our highest assist getter this season. Adebayo with 7 as well. And clean sheet-wise, Mitov with 10 in 28. It's not bad. Not bad at all. 10 in 28. He would have gotten the Golden Glove had he played every single game. But obviously, Burton played a number of games as well, as I look to try and ensure that both keepers grow at the end of this season. And both keepers continue to have the ability to make an impact on the first team. Well, that's the end of Season 1. It's the same outcome as the end of Season 1 last year. Defeat in the playoffs. Let's hope that the end of Season 2 results in automatic promotion as it did last year. I hope and pray. Do leave me some suggestions for upgrades to the team in the comment section, whether they be loanees, free agents that might be, or paid signings, but bear in mind we are not going to have much money, and obviously if I'm going to buy anyone, it's going to be Adebayo or Jack Rolls, and I'm not going to be able to afford Rolls or Nathan Collins, really, I don't think. So Adebayo is going to be the go-to purchase. Outside of that, it'll be free agents, youth and loanees, but do let me know your feedback in the comment section. Hopefully I should have the new kits in action for the new season starting tomorrow. If I don't, then it will be very soon. I'm not yet sure how difficult they are to implement with regards to modding. And I have got no idea how to mod. So I'm hoping that, that Merrykits can help me get the mod installed. I'm sure you will be able to as well. Right, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm sorry. We'll do it next year instead. I'll see you tomorrow.